So we are back again with another Queen Convo. This is day 2 of the 7 days of Queendom, and today we are going to be talking about self-care. Anissa is back to help me out with this discussion that we are going to have. I hope that you all enjoyed the last video as well, and thank you again for allowing me this opportunity again for us to have an open discussion. Oh, it's good to have somebody else to talk to about these topics other than speaking to the camera by myself and trying to hammer in what I love the most, which is self-empowerment, women empowerment, and empowerment of self. So, with getting into talking about self-care, I wanted to just ask you, what do you think self-care is? Like, what is self-care for you?
Self-care for me is, in a lot of cases, recuperating from a long week, or I have a habit of setting goals for myself and going hard until they're completed. If it meshes into the next week, then I don't stop. I keep going, and I know that's really not good, but I have a habit of not celebrating a small victory. So, you know, if I say I have something I'm planning to do and accomplish in 7 days, and I get through day 1, and you know, I think it's important to pat yourself on the back for that day 1 and continue. But what I have a habit of doing is just like going until the whole thing is completed.
Yeah.
So a lot of times self-care for me is like, okay, I finished this entire accomplishment. Now it's time to do something, you know, to celebrate or to take care of myself and get my mind back and ready to accomplish the next task.
Yes.
To be honest, I have not fully mastered the self-care thing. It's something I'm still learning how to do, because I just want it all to be done.
Yeah.
When I'm done, then I feel like I'm validated and taking care of myself.
And you know, honestly, like, I suffer from the same thing. I think it's a lot of what a lot of people suffer from is, I guess, neglect of self-care to a certain extent. On one side of it, it's kind of like, okay, I have things I need to get done and I cannot rest until I get them done. For example, with myself, like when it comes down to a makeup look, I'll be thinking about that makeup look for a week, and I'm like, oh, I cannot wait till Friday or this Saturday so I can film this look and get it done and put it out, or oh, I cannot wait, I can't rest until it's done. But I'm always like, what's next? After that. So when it comes down to self-care, I realize that I need to do things like take time to stimulate my mind. I feel like that's a huge part to self-care. That could even mean just reading a motivational novel, or reading a novel of your choice. That could mean taking yourself to the mall, or shopping, or getting your nails done, your makeup done. Hint, hint. Anyways, but I definitely feel you and I understand that it's nothing wrong with, you know, having goals and wanting to accomplish them, but it is definitely important to take some time aside to recognize if there is something that is wrong and if it needs to be fixed.
Yes.
And what I mean by that is, with self-care, I mean in your mind, in the mind of how I just previously mentioned, reading a motivational novel. You know, sometimes we run so much doing things that we like to do that it tears us down some, and we don't take the time to recuperate, like you said. So I feel like that's important as well. So I guess another question I can ask you is, how do you try to implement self-care into your daily life?
So one thing that I started doing in the mornings, actually, was this week. I realized that I'm not a morning person.
Same here, girl.
I don't even think I was in my past life. So one thing I started doing is yoga in the morning, just a quick, and it's through YouTube. This person that I found, someone recommended to me, and it's like a quick 10 to 15 minute yoga workout in the morning. and it kind of helps me to center myself and get my mind ready. It also wakes up my body in the morning, and even though it's just 10 or 15 minutes, it really helps. I feel a lot better after completing that little routine. Something else that I realized that is important, and it wasn't until, I took a break because I was really overwhelmed at work. So I took a day off. And I realized that mentally it's really important to take a pause throughout the day. Just 10 minutes even, but just to kind of I don't realize I'm always wrapped up in something. If I've given an assignment, I'm always wrapped up in that assignment, and I have like a one-track mind, and it's hard for me to deviate from that. And in most cases, the ideas don't really come until I take a step back. And so I started incorporating small breaks, just small mental breaks. And I'm just sitting at my desk, and I'll just take 5 to 10 minutes to just sit and do nothing. And then I'll revisit the project that I'm working on, and then it seems like my brain is working a lot better than it was. So that's the second thing that I do. And the third thing that I started doing when I get off from work is before I do anything else, I do something that I want to do. And if that's just watching a TV show on Amazon Prime or Fire Stick, then I'll do that before getting into anything else that I have to do. Because usually when I get home, it's like, okay, now it's on to the things that I want to do. Because I spend my whole day at work doing what I have to do for the money.
Yes.
So, yoga in the morning, taking periodic breaks. Sometimes usually it's just one mental break throughout the day. Yeah. And that's outside of lunch and coffee, whatever. And then watching a show or something, or just doing something for me as soon as I get in the door.
I think it's important to kind of like take that step back to, I guess it applies to self-care because it's evaluating what you really want and affirming what you really want for your life and what's essentially going to make you happier. Or what are some of the things that are essential to your daily life?
Music. Music is number one. It's what I listen to when I wake up in the morning. I'm in the shower, when I'm on my way to work, and a lot of times during work, I'll listen to music. It just kind of appeases the desire that I have to be a professional full-time musician. And it just kind of keeps my heart tied to the right thing, tied to my true desire. Another thing that I'll do is when I do have a moment throughout the day, I'll read an article. And this goes with the first thing that you mentioned about feeding your mind intellectually. I am also really interested in the legal aspects of music. So I read a lot of articles on publishing and trying to find knowledge so that when I start producing music on a large scale, that anyone that I work with, as far as royalties and credits, I'm giving it to people appropriately, and that I don't miss the mark on anything. Ain't nobody got time for lawsuits.
Right. Who you telling?
So I'll try to feed myself with that. It keeps my heart and my mind in balance. I know the job is just something temporary. It's just something to help make ends meet. But in the end, my goal is to pursue something bigger. So those are the two things that get me through the day.
It's awesome to have people around you that can help to keep you focused, or just having that one thing that keeps your mind focused on the tunnel vision. I say self-motivation is definitely essential to my daily life. God
Yes.
It's definitely essential.
Yes.
Because without him, none of this or anything would be possible. We would have no thoughts. We would have just nothing. And if we rely on ourselves, it's where we will fail and where we astray. Like, you know, just say all the time, like, you look to man and man is going to fail you. And it is just,
I'm just listening to your stories today,
but,
and yeah. I'm just like, I guess because I don't ever really wish any bad on people, and I try to be as positive and supportive as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But there are things that you've experienced with people just blatantly like not supporting you and trying to discourage you, whether it's from a negative comment on social media on a post that you make or whatever. I'm just
well, you know what? The only thing I can say about that is, in leading back to self-care, I care about myself and my thought process more than what anybody else has to say about me.
Okay.
And just kind of piggybacking off of that, it's just kind of like, I don't have to let their opinions into my life. Like, for example, I always say all the time that when a woman is in a bad relationship or she has a toxic friend, she makes that choice to continue to go on with that bad relationship or that friend. At the end of the day, we can always blame the other person, but we do have to take responsibility for ourselves, which is number one and important. And it's a responsibility to myself to, I can get upset and angry about what somebody has said or what they have done, but I cannot change that.
Yes.
I have to accept how, and that's me caring about myself emotionally and mentally, because I'm not allowing other people's opinions or how they feel or the things that they do to affect me. It doesn't deter me from wanting to move forward, because at the end of the day, that's what they want. They want that negative reaction. They want you to stop. They want you to not progress. They want you to be just like them. And I think it's very important to realize when somebody is miserable to the point where, you have these people that leave these hateful comments on social media and you're just like, dang, I know you're miserable, because why would you even take the time out of your day to be so hateful and so spiteful to someone else? A lot of times, even when it's somebody you don't even know. And then when it's people you do know, it's hurtful, but it's like, okay, I see you for who you are, and I could just pick up my bags and move on. It's like, I don't have a revolving door for my life. Like, it's like, okay, only way you're going to get in is if I give you the key. You can walk up to the door and knock, but it doesn't mean I'm going to open.
Right.
I may peek out and see who that is, and if I see who it is and I don't like what I see, then I'm going to go back to my bedroom, crawl up under my covers, and I'm going to do whatever I want to do. But I don't have to let you into my apartment. That's vital to self-care, is protecting your inner peace. Really protecting your peace. And what you allow is what's going to happen. And I will not allow anyone to take away my talent, take away how I feel about myself, take away the confidence that I have built for myself because of their opinion. And people don't even really know you like that. They just have an opinion about something, and your opinion is none of my business. So you can keep that negativity over there, and I'm going to stay right here, and I'm going to be secure and happy and striving to move forward in my life for something that I like to do. Another thing I wanted to say about that is, this is the first time in my life that I have really moved forward with something so adamantly, because it's always, I'll start doing something and somebody will say an opinion, and then I will get discouraged. I'll even say an example. Before I left college, this guy that was friends with another friend, he was over at his house and I was over there too, and we started talking. He's like, oh yeah, Kee, you're about to graduate. What are you going to do after graduation? And I said, well, I want to get more into writing. This is before I got into makeup. I said that, I want to get more into writing. I want to be a writer. I want to publish my novels, yada, yada, this, and that, for which I'm still working towards that as well. But he was like, oh, well, what if that doesn't work? Oh, well, what if, he was trying his hardest to discourage me. And I'm not going to lie, at that point in time, I did feel a little bit discouraged. But that was when I was in a place where I was validated by others' opinions.
Yeah.
And now I am no longer in that place.
Isn't it liberating?
It is liberating. That's the word I was looking for earlier. It's liberating, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And when you are liberated, nobody can take that away from you, no matter how hard they try. And when you are liberated, there are going to be so many people that throw so many stones at you, but you will stand so still and be so content and so happy with just having the happiness of your liberation. And for those of you that are listening out there, this is important and vital to self-care. I really do appreciate having this discussion with you, Anissa. I feel like it brings a lot out of the both of us to have this discussion. Oh yes, this was amazing, amazing experience.
Again, this is a great series, and I'm just looking forward to hearing about the other discussions that you have with other women.
Yes.
I know we're not perfect.
Yeah.
So, for the people who are watching and listening, you can be in the same space as we are, even if, somebody's interviewed here and they're talking about a lot of positive things. Just remember that you're beautiful and you don't need anyone else to tell you that.
Yes.
What's important is how you feel about yourself on the inside. And of course, how you treat others, but who are you?
Yes.
And you need to accept who you are, understand who you are, and conduct yourself accordingly. And it's really important to also have the right people in your circle.
Exactly.
One thing that I've really, and it's odd to me, as I've gotten older, sometimes the people that you grew up with, end up becoming the enemies.
Tell it like it is. Tell it like it's T.I. is. Girl.
Yeah, they become your enemy, and I don't know if it's jealousy or what. It can be different reasons.
Yeah.
But I have come to make really good friends with people who didn't know me from the hill of beans, but we were all striving for the same thing, and we have a common denominator of knowing who we are. We accept, we want people who are like-minded in our circles. I also encourage you all, for people who are listening, to find people who support you and who are like-minded and are striving for the same thing, inner peace, and a positive outlook.
I thank you all for tuning into another Queen Convo. I always like to say to all of my kings and queens out there, adjust your crown, know your worth, know that the beauty inside of you is always first. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Give me a thumbs up, a comment down below, because I know you got something to say, and I know when you come to this page, know that we all gonna slay, honey. So I will see y'all in the next video.
Bye.